live. Yep, it looks like we're good. Okay, good. So I'll just share the link on this from the YouTube. So it should be on our Act Now YouTube channel. And then you'll be able to have access to that. Live. Yep, it looks like we're good. Oh, yep, it's going. All right, cool. So we got quite a bit of new people. Thank you for joining us. I'm pretty sure someone's told you to join here. You don't know why you're here, but I'll promise you it'll be worth your while. Where's my repeat offenders? Where's our second, third, and fourth time folks? Where you guys at? There we go. All right. Four times. Absolutely.
Right here.
Fourth time. Yes. Yes. So thank you for that. It's always good. Ninth. All right, Gabriel. Look, shout out to Gabriel. Hit me up. I got something for you. This is your night time. We got something for you, man. You've been putting in that work. What I would like to say is I'm Jay Salters, the founder of Act Now Education. We are a nonprofit. We are a community-based nonprofit. So meaning everything that we do is for the community. No one on the team or the staff are paid. Everyone's focused on supporting the military community. I'm at my 20-year mark within the Navy. I've enjoyed everything the Navy provides for me. But I've learned throughout my experience that there are a lot of opportunities out there that people are not aware of.
I could not answer your question.
We developed this platform to be able to share upskill, reskill resources to be able to help people identify what opportunities are there. So if you're trying to navigate into a new career or pivot into a new opportunity, we'll have some good information for you. We focus specifically and primarily on free resources. We have our own programs that fall under us, which I'll talk about first. And then we'll go into programs and resources that we think you should check out that are worth your while. And so let's touch base on that.
No, you're acting like it's not okay. So
first thing I want to do is share my screen.
Okay.
Hey, excuse me, sir. Check your mic.
Yeah, please, if you can, mute your mics. Actually, I don't hear anybody. So
there's a
let me double check that I have everything set up. All right. Can someone give me a mic check?
Gotcha.
Yep. Okay, good. Just making sure my stuff is working. All right, awesome. So here we go. Let me know if you guys see my screen. Should we good to go?
Yes. Yes.
All right,
Yeah.
awesome. All right, the first place that we're going to is the Act Now website. And the reason why we go there is because that's where two of the key resources for understanding cybersecurity and IT roles are listed. When you come to our page, there's a lot of different things that's on here, but the main thing that you want to focus to is this resource. You just click on the word resource. All right, when you click on the word resources, it's going to bring up these two platforms, Splunk and Coursera. We offer, like I said, about 4 different programs. So we run Coursera, which is available for the military community. So it doesn't matter if you're active duty, transitioning service member, military spouse, veteran military spouse, reservist, National Guard. We most likely will have a program that if you meet the criteria, you can apply for. And so each of the programs has this list of what's required or what they need in order for you to be able to get an account. These are all free accounts. You don't necessarily have to pay for anything, but you do have to be within certain timeframes or windows. I can tell you with a Splunk, you don't necessarily have to have, it doesn't matter how long you've been in or if you're transitioning. Anyone that's a part of our Act Now Facebook group can get a Splunk account. And so what Splunk comes with some certifications and courses that we'll talk about. With Coursera has about 7,000 courses, 500 specialties, and about 26 certificates that you can earn. And there are certificates from organizations like Google, where you can get like the Google Project Management, Google IT Support, IBM, Cybersecurity, Data Science. They have a few other courses in there. You can do the Salesforce course in there or certificate in there. Certificate in there. So there's a list of different courses that you can take advantage of, and we're going to touch base on that. The other thing that we have is a master's program. We're currently running we do one program at a time. And so currently we're running our Alpha and Bravo cohort. Sorry, we're running a 3-cert Bravo cohort. And that cohort's focused on helping service members, transition service members, veterans and military spouses find job opportunities and providing certifications and things. And I will cover a little bit of that later. But that program is our key focus right now. And once we get done with that program, we'll go into the master's program where we're offering scholarships for masters in management or financial planning. Schools out of Philadelphia. And in order to take advantage of this opportunity, you just have to apply when we give you the scholarships. You still have to apply to the school. So it's not necessarily like a one and done thing. We'll give you the scholarship, give you the approval. You reach out to the school, set yourself up, get enrolled, and then you can take the class. And it's no cost to you. We're not asking for your TA. We're not asking for your GI Bill, none of that. Just go to school, get that degree. So those are the two programs, right? And then we have our 3-cert program. So I'm going to cover down on the Coursera, and then I'm going to go into Splunk so you guys have a better understanding of that. So give me a second here. So this is our Coursera program, and you have to meet one of these criteria, right? You either have to have 18 years or above in the military. And the reason I say that is because essentially that this is the agreement that we have with Coursera to be able to provide that. So if you are 18 years or more in your active duty, you can apply for Coursera. If you are a year out from separating, you can apply for Coursera. If you are obviously 2 years out from transitioning, you can apply for Coursera if you have more than 18 years as well. So it's that anything above 18 years, you can just apply for Coursera. If you're a veteran, if you're a military spouse, if you are a reservist or National Guard, you can apply for Coursera. And it's a free account. There's no charge to it. The way that it works is you follow the steps here, right? You attend orientation, which this is our orientation, but you have to attend our orientation in the Zoom meeting like you guys are. And then once you get done with that, you have to join our Facebook group, fill out some prompts, right? So they're going to ask you some questions on your military status. Is going to ask you about 3 questions. You have to answer those questions because we get a lot of emails and messages from people that we don't know who they are and we are not able to verify. So you need to be able to provide that information. And we're going to also use your email address to be able to create your account. So we don't blast you emails. You can ask anyone in our group. We're not really like heavy on sending you spam or newsletter or anything like that. We just want you to get information when you need it. And take advantage of the programs. So we don't try. I don't like getting spammed emails, so I don't definitely send out any emails like that. So we have here, this is when you are in the group. Once you accept it into the group, you put your email address and you put this comment here. I promise to start a course today. I'm here to learn with Coursera and Now Education. And you put that where it says write something. So this is your own individual comment that you're making, own individual posts within our group that you're making. What's going to happen is all of our posts go through our admin and we will verify the information and it doesn't get out to the rest of the group. So we have about 62,000 members. It's not going to get shared to the rest of the folks. It's only going to get shared to the admin team that's creating your account if you do everything right. Now, a lot of people tell us, yeah, I did everything right, Jay. I don't know what happened to my account. If you put a different email or if you don't follow the steps to a T, most likely your account will not be created because for us, like I said, we are a group of volunteers. So we just take the time out of our day and Tyrone Hewitt, he's the person who runs the Coursera for us. He spends probably about, I don't know, maybe 15 to 20 hours a week, 15 hours a week doing Coursera stuff. And so making sure people's accounts are good, corresponding with them. And he has a full-time job. And we all do, right? And so that's something to keep in mind. So make sure you do your steps before you start reaching out so that we can make sure that everything's good to go on that end. This is what it looks like when you do it. Like I said, it won't get pushed through. It'll get held and we'll keep it. And then we'll take it from there and give us about a week or two to kind of do that. Once you get done with that, you fill out this application here. Once you fill out the application, if we have your application, we have your post, and the proof that you attended orientation, we are good to go and your account is being created. And so that's the process for Coursera. And Splunk is a little different. Splunk is essentially some of the same, you do the same post, but you'll get an email from us with how to register for your account. And so you create your account once you get that. Let me switch over so you guys can see this. Okay. So I'm going to show you why this is significant, why I'm talking about Coursera and Splunk, right? So this is what Coursera looks like for those who may not have been on the platform. Oh, my mouse is acting crazy. Where are we at? Okay, here we go. There we go. All right. So if you come here and you see there's a list of different things that they have. They have the specializations listed. They'll have some of the certificates listed, and they talk about the different programs, right? But you come here, you go to explore and earn certificate, right? These are the certificates that they have. So we have IBM Data Science, IBM Data Analyst, right? Google Data Analytics, Google Business Intelligence. So there's a bunch of different Google Cybersecurity. This is a brand new certificate that they put out, right? And so you can click on any of this, Salesforce, SAP Technology Consultant, a lot of them, right? In between the Google and IBM, they're actually worth college credits. There's about 201 college credits that they're worth. And you roll into them. You can use ACE. If you're not familiar with ACE, I can definitely cover down on that. But it's essentially a way to get credit for the classes that you're taking and the courses that you're taking. And then that can be added to your transcript. And then you can provide that to a school that can utilize it. But there are a lot of different courses in here. You can think of a course and you can find one, right? And a lot of people take advantage of the project management course. Let's go here. Let's look at that. You search, right? It'll come up here. It'll say, click on it. It'll tell you when to enroll. Obviously, this is a rolling enroll date. It's not necessarily a course-based. I mean, it's not a cohort-based training. It's whenever you enroll. So you self-pace. It tells you about the outcomes, what you learn, how much time it takes. I know some people that didn't do it in 6 months. I know some people have knocked it out maybe about 3 or 4 months. And it's something you can slowly just, tick away at every day. And so it helps you to be able to get additional added knowledge in a particular field that you're interested in. And let's say you don't want to do specifically the certifications or certificates. You don't have to. You can look up anything. You can say, hey, I want to be a better Scrum manager or Scrum master. What can I do for Scrum? And search that in here, right? And you'll have the different things related to that. What about graphic designs? If you want to be, if you are, let's see, maybe. There it goes, graphic design. So there's a bunch of resources in here. And I mean, 7,000 courses, you're really not missing anything, right? So all you have to do is be able to determine which ones you want to do. If you're interested in bookkeeping, they have that. If you're interested in whatever, I'm pretty sure they cover it. And this is a free resource that you can be able to utilize that can help you upskill, reskill, and kind of figure out which direction you want to go, right? And so that's that. Now for Splunk. So for Splunk, there are 22 courses that's offered to Splunk. And for those who are not familiar with Splunk, it's a platform for service that provides you with, also could be software service, but provides different employers ways to kind of crunch data. It's very heavy data. Like when I utilized it, we were using it for being able to understand better analytics on how our systems ran and the processes that we had, and how can we improve that to be able to collect more data to expand so that we can be able to determine from the data, what information we need to set up our plans for our missions, right? And so this has 22 courses, right? And within the 22 courses, they're all listed, and you can get 3 certifications from here from Splunk. And they're all free through us. And you'll know that you're doing it right because you'll see the Splunk Work plus Act Now Education courses, and all listed there. These are what the courses are. And so you complete these courses, right? And once you get done with the courses, you let me know, and we will get you a voucher for your Splunk. And so we can get you, I think there's 3, there's Splunk user, Splunk core user, Splunk power user, and there's one more I can't think of, but those are the 3 certifications that you get, and it's all free. And if you type in Splunk, well, let's do this right now. Right, let's go to LinkedIn. Let's go to network. Let's go to jobs. Oh, let's type Splunk. Right. There's jobs available right now. That job is available for $260,000. Don't you want to know what a Splunk engineer does? But that one says sells, but it's part of Splunk, working for Splunk, right? And so there's a lot of different opportunities that's available. If you just do a search on it, and you can probably pull it up and see what else is available and go through that. So that's a good place to start. And so those 2 programs are the programs that we offer for free for the military community. And then the last one I'll talk about is our 3-cert program. Now, you're not going to find anything on our 3-cert program on the website because we don't really post it on the website. The only place we post it is on our Facebook group. And so I'm going to take you there so you can see exactly some indications of when we decide to do the next 3-cert cohort and talk to you about that, right? And so if I come in here and I type in 3-cert, okay, so these are some members from the 3-cert cohort that got picked up, but this is essentially what it looks like, right? So this is our current cohort where they're going through, they're earning their PMP, their Sec Plus, and their PSM, Scrum PSM. They get a professional headshot, tailor-made resume, business suit, mentorship from a Fortune 500 company for 12 months. They do career coaching, so they speak to a lot of different career coaches, 3 mock interviews. So if you're looking to get into a field and you don't have the experience or you don't have the knowledge, we help you prepare. Your first interview is not your first interview. It will be, you get critiqued, you'll get your information so that you can be best prepared for your actual interview. And then obviously job networking. And so this is the 2nd program that we ran. The 3rd program that we're going to do is most likely probably going to be sometime in the summertime, but it's just going to be a post like this. As they want to say, hey, we're looking for our next cohort. Bravo platoon is currently going on, and it's just each platoon. So we had Alpha, Bravo, and the next one is Charlie. And so we'll put that information out, and it's only going to be in the Facebook group. It's not going to be anywhere else. We will share information once folks are in it, but you can see once that happens, then a lot of people will jump onto it, right? And so we try to keep it in the Facebook group just so people are aware of it. And there's no cost to you for any of this. And one thing to note, right? I just want to show you some of the success. You know, these folks are in our cohort, right? This is Shanice, who was part of our Alpha cohort. She's knocked out, since Alpha was Sec Plus, Project Plus, and PSM1. And then she was able to take advantage, because she was a cohort member from Alpha, she was able to take advantage of programs that we offer other additional certifications. So she knocked out her PMP through us. So she got 4 certifications in 4 months, right? So proof is in the pudding. We put everything together. You know, we set up the application. You just do the execution. That's all we ask for. And it's not something, I want to be very clear, it is not an easy process. And so don't think it's something like, oh yeah, I'm just going to sit in here. Nah, they put in work, because there's a lot of tasks that we have, and it's very community based. But the focus for this program is to be able to get people into roles and be able to help them out, right? And so these are some of the folks from our current cohort, Bravo. We have Avi, Afiz, and Keela, who all just knocked out their PMP, right? We just got done with the PMP course. Everyone's testing now. And so the proof is in the pudding. We try to put as much resources and information together to make you successful, right? And then we also team you up with other individuals who are trying to accomplish the same goals, so that you can realize what your potential is and the things that you want to be able to get done. And I know for some people, you know, PMP weighs over their head, and so does other certifications. Any program that we put together, we're trying to give you that support, right? Give you the resources, the information that you need, It's live instructor training. And so far, the first one was during the day, but this next cohort and probably future cohorts will be in the evening time, based off of the schedules of the cohort. And so we've been doing evenings for Bravo, and most likely we'll probably do the same thing for Charlie. And so that's that, and you'll find out more information on here. But yeah, like I said, we're here to help as best as possible. And like I said, it doesn't cost you any money, but it will cost you a lot of effort, energy, and time. And so we want to make sure you are aware of the commitment and sacrifice that you would have to make when you join our program. And we only take about 30 per class. Okay. All right. So now that I've gone over those two programs, well, those three programs, those are the programs for Act Now education at a whole. So if you're interested in any of those, definitely stay tuned to that. Be on part of the Facebook group, or look at what we post on LinkedIn related to that. And like I said, anyone that fits those criteria can apply to those programs. So they're open to anyone in the military community. The next program I want to talk about is more so focused on helping you, let me get rid of this, helping you tap into cybersecurity roles. So Clark is a program that provides you with free resources related to cybersecurity and some IT perspective, right? So, but they're connected by different agencies that offer the training and subject matter expertise, so that it can help you better have informed understanding of your fundamental understanding of what it is that you're trying to learn. So if you're trying to become like, if you're trying to become a developer, they're going to go through the steps that you need and things that you need to learn in order to be able to help you out. And so if you look here, I'm only clicked on a few of these, but let's unclick some of this stuff so you guys can see. There's a bunch of different programs in here. It breaks it down to course length. It has the types of collections, right? And it says, if you're new to cyber, right? If you don't know anything about cyber, what's some courses I can take for intro, right? Cyber kill chain, intro to cyber, another introduction to cyber. And these are 15-week course programs, right? And then if you look in here, and this is all free. If you look right here, we have, let's do the NSA programs, right? And so NSA has intro to network, AIML, right? Intro to programming. That is beneficial. Now, everyone knows for your resume, you don't have to be a SME in a programming language to be able to put it on your resume. You just have to show that you have the willingness to learn and that you're actually enrolled into a program that's helping you develop a language. That's going to make you marketable to a company. And so what I want to do is, before I move on any further, I'm going to make sure I share this links with you so you guys can have the links. So here is the link. And for those that's on YouTube, I'll definitely make sure I post it in the group. I mean, on our descriptions. But that's the link for Act Now resources, and here's the link for Clark program. Okay, awesome. All right, but if we go back here, right, and we're looking at, let's click on this one. So we have stepping stones, intrusion and its detections, cyber law and policy, principles. They have a logistics course in here. That's awesome. Reverse engineering, software reverse engineering, right? And this is all sponsored by the agency, right? They put these courses together to be able to provide information and awareness on how to learn and get a fundamental understanding of this. And this can be so beneficial to you depending on what you're trying to do in your career. So if you're really trying to break into cyber and IT, and figure out which direction you want to go, this is a good basis to kind of get started. Doesn't cost you any money, just takes your time, energy, and effort, right? And with that, it'll help you kind of navigate that a little bit better. They even have the nice challenge. Let me get rid of some of these so you can see that. There's nothing in here for the nice challenge. So that's nice. But if you go overall, you click on Clark, this is what it is, right? And so they're here to teach you information related to cybersecurity and IT, supported by NICE, supported by a lot of different agencies. And so it'd be very helpful and beneficial to you, right? Over 1,200 different courses that you can take, and it's free. All right. So the next thing I want to talk about, where are my women veterans and military spouses? Put a 1 in the chat if we got you guys in here. There we go. Awesome. Quite a few. I love it. We're deep today. Yes, yes, yes. All right. Shout out to the Army vet. I see you. There we go. All right. So out of those, is anyone interested in becoming a data scientist? Put a 2 if you're interested in being a data scientist. I'll show you the salary, then you'll be interested in becoming a data scientist. All right, we got a lot. We got a lot. Cool, cool, cool. Awesome. This program is the next program I want to talk about, and this is mainly for women. It's called Correlation 1. And if you haven't heard of it, it's an amazing program. They're actually one of the fastest growing startups, and they deliver on their content, meaning they get you to where you need to be to get that job. So you can get that bag. I'm just joking. But if you come here and you check this out, right? Advancing data-driven women into jobs of tomorrow. The DS4 Alpha program talks a lot about is 100% free. You know, they provide you with some mentorship, professional guidance, and they get you right with becoming a data scientist. And if you look here, 8,000 applications. The acceptance rates ain't that high, but believe me, do not count yourself out, right? Do not be the person that let somebody else tell you no. You don't tell yourself no. And that's how I live my whole life. I never tell myself no. I always do something. I always apply myself. And I don't have a problem listening to having somebody else tell me no, but I will not tell myself no. But the kind of the breakdown of what it is, and then the groups, right? And then it goes into their mission, how to apply. And so this program is an awesome program, and they're sponsored by a lot of people, right? And so it provides you with a clear understanding of how to get into it. And some of these programs are what's going to make the difference in your trajectory, right? There's a gap that we're trying to reach. We're trying to become this person, or we're trying to have this type of role, but we don't have the information or the insight on how to get there. Or we might possibly have the insight, but we need the training, the expertise, and the skill set to get there, right? So it's always easier when you're going through a program that supports you in that way to be able to connect you to the right people and employers to be able to hire you into those roles, right? And so it's free. You don't have to worry about, paying anything. And you see here's the application windows, deadlines, round 2 applications. The program commences, right? 7 weeks. So keep track of these programs because they're awesome programs to be a part of and help you kind of understand. And they also have other opportunities in here, right, related to the jobs and stuff. So you're knocking this out, you can possibly get into a different other role where you become a data engineer, or you in my machine learning or automation. So just something that kind of opens the door, right? These programs expose you to a lot, and they're really helpful. Thanks, Avanal, for sharing that. He's sharing the links for me. I appreciate that. Awesome. And so, all right, that covers that program. The next program that we're going to talk about is Cybersecurity Workforce Certification Training, CWCT for short, Purdue. This program is mainly for military community. Mainly for active duty and veterans. Unless you're a first responder, it's also for first responders. If you're a military spouse that's a first responder, then you're eligible for this program. What this program provides you is an awesome opportunity to get familiar with a specific level of programs and certifications, right? And they provide this all for free. And so these 3 programs here, right? We have the Cybersecurity Artificial Intelligence, we have the Cybersecurity Systems Administration, and we have the Cybersecurity Digital Forensics. They all provide different routes of training and opportunity. And so they're free, right? And so the way that you go about this is, let's say you're interested in digital forensics. You click on that, share the link with you guys so you guys have that link. I see I got a few messages. I'm going to save some of the messages and questions and Q&A to after. That way we can make sure we address everything. And then I'll definitely answer your questions. But for example, right here, we have, the CompTIA A+, right? And then we have the Sec Plus and Cisco's Cyber Ops, right? And so the 3 certifications that you get, and you have digital forensics investigation. And this is part of the certified EC Council's forensics investigation course. And so you knock those certifications out. And like I said, this is like I said, a program requirement, right? 3 courses and 3 courses, you earn 3 certifications. It's self-paced based off of your own schedule, but you do have to get it completed within a certain amount of time. And so it's not like you have 2 years to do this. You have maybe, I think, 6 to 12 months to get it knocked out. Most people that I know that, hit it hard, they can get it done within 6 months. And so it's free. My keyword, my favorite word, is free, right? You don't have to worry about paying, and it's a great opportunity. So if this is the route that you want to go, where you want to learn more and tap into, opportunities where you don't necessarily have to come out of pocket, this is a great opportunity, right? The other one, let's go to artificial intelligence program. So you do AI ML here, Sec Plus again. And like I said, they give you the voucher for Sec Plus too. And so it's not just the training, they give you the voucher and the training. And so you'll get Sec Plus, A Plus and Sec Plus vouchers in training. And then you have Python Essentials, AI ML, Cybersecurity. And that's kind of like the breakdown of it, right? And then you build your own study plan. And this is kind of what they're recommending. Take 2 each semester, their version of their semesters, and then you just get that done. All right. And then the last one I'll show you is the system admin. So the system admin is same thing, the A plus and Sec plus, and then the certified ethical hacker, right? And so that's the certification that you get from this one, is a certified ethical hacker from EC Council. You complete those and then you break them down. All right. Someone said they weren't able to find out where you log in at. And so when you come here, you click on the steps to apply to the program. That's how you log in. So this is on the main page that I just shared. So if you look here, you come steps to apply, and then you go through the application process. All right. Next thing we're going to talk about. So I know we touched on some programs that's for, transitioning service members or active duty, and also some women programs that help, get you into data science. But what about if you have kids at home that are, about to be college bound and you're trying to figure out how to get them in there, or even for yourself? This program, Cybercorps, is a great opportunity. I'll share the link for you here. What this program does is a scholarship for service. And so they will give you a full ride scholarship, depending on the institution. Is a list of institutions that are connected to this program. And if you get accepted into the Cybercorps program, upon you graduating, well, not even when you graduate, because it starts actually earlier before that, you start to work with either a federal, state, or local entity that's actually employing you. And so this program is directly connected to your job. So a scholarship for services is you go to school and they'll give you a scholarship as long as you serve in one of those capacities, right? And so if you are going through this program, you get accepted, and let's say you have to go to the CIA or the NSA or any state entity that requires that type of experience with cybersecurity, then you work there for 3 years just to pay that back. And you actually work. It's not like an internship. It's not like something where you're getting paid as an employee. And so that's a good thing to know. Some of these programs are connected to security clearances as well. So I've known of quite a few people that have done this program and was able to get a security clearance and work at the agencies because of it. And so I'll show you what this looks like as far as the schools and institutions. Let's bring this up. So you go to participating institutions, right? And depending on what state you're from or what state you're at, it'll have a cover down. So the ones that don't have no gray are essentially the states that they don't have any schools that are tied into it. And it doesn't mean they can't get on here. It just means that you probably should tell one of the schools, hey, this program is available. Are you interested in working with the SFS program to be able to bring the scholarship on board? Because they have to specify that it has to be in cybersecurity or some fashion of that. So let's say, for this area, you see the Washington, D.C. area, you can go to George Washington University, right? And it has the point of contact of the folks there. Georgetown University, right? Let's click on Florida. Let's see what Florida has. Florida has Embry-Riddle, right? Point of contact there. Then we have Florida International University, Florida State, University of Central Florida. Florida has quite a bit. University of Florida, University of South Florida, University of West Florida. Florida's like, oh, we just want it all. Let's see what Georgia got. Georgia has Augusta University, Georgia Tech, Institute of Technology, Georgia State, right? Let's see Hawaii. Let's see if Hawaii got anything on the map. Hawaii does. Hawaii has a University of Moana. Moana. I hope I'm saying that right. Probably not. And then let me check Maryland. Let's check Maryland real fast. So Anne Arundel Community College, which is not currently accepting any scholarships. So that doesn't work, but Bowie State is, right? And we have Johns Hopkins University. So you look at it, these are not like, just the run-of-the-mill schools. These are some really good schools, especially if you can take advantage of the fact that you're getting a full ride at this school and a guaranteed job once you're in the program. That you really can't go wrong there, right? And so take advantage of this. I would highly recommend utilizing it. I'm going to share that link again, just so people can have it. And I saw a question about out-of-state enrollment. Probably not. Most likely not. For the most part, because like I said, you have to work at one of the federal organizations, and it's already tied into the schools on what it is. And so, well, hold on, because I know that I'll show you this example. This is an example. So I know Puerto Rico, the folks in Puerto Rico are a part of the program, right? And then they have Polytech University in Puerto Rico. And I know some folks that were able to start working at the agency in Maryland because of it. So possibly, quite possibly, but that's something that you definitely have to check out. I don't want to give you any bad gouge, but definitely look into it and verify. Cool. Awesome. I got a request for South Carolina. I got you. I see you. Let's see what South Carolina got. South Carolina has Citadel. So there is no, South Carolina only has Citadel. All right. And if I have to do South Carolina, I got to do North Carolina now. So North Carolina. Let's see if North Carolina has one. Yeah, here we go. They have North Carolina Agriculture and Tech State University, North Carolina State University, North Carolina, University of North Carolina at Charlotte. So take advantage of these programs, especially if you're in a state that, not a lot of people know about these opportunities. Switch it up, get your kids into them. This can change their dynamic, change their career, change their perspective. You mostly only can do what you see, right? And sometimes we have a tunnel vision based off of what's in front of us. But this type of exposure to tech and then opportunities following, it's a good win for anybody. Now, with that being said, let's focus back on to certifications for the military community. The next program I want to talk about is CyberFusion. So CyberFusion is another great program where you can get certifications that's not prevalent in other programs. I repeat, that is not available in other programs. They go for a higher level degree of certifications within cybersecurity. And so we're going to talk about some of those, right? And then they got a bunch of sponsorships, organizations that they work with. So definitely utilize these programs to help you break into tech, right? Because once you do that, like I said, you're able to be around the folks and then get mentors possibly from individuals in the industry. That's going to help you move forward. So here's some of the certifications they offer. Certified Ethical Hacker. Put a 1 in the chat if you want to knock out your Certified Ethical Hacker. You got quite a few. Does anyone know how much that certification costs just to take? A lot. Yeah, it costs a lot. I know if you take the course or something, it's probably like close to $800. I know we had like 8, 9, but yeah, it costs, right? This program is paying for that certification in the voucher and giving you the training, and their training is solid, right? And then you have CSSP. You know, everyone hears about the CSSP, right? Having a good understanding of being able to learn about these programs, utilize these programs, and take advantage of them so that it can help you open your aperture to what's out there is beneficial. CISA, right? Then we have CYSA, right? Security Plus, ECMAP, you know, ECTHP. There's a lot of different opportunities out here, and their program specifically focuses on giving you, like, if you don't know much, let's get you started. And we've actually had quite a few members from the Act Now community, because we did a webinar with them, I want to say a couple of weeks back, applied to it, and they're in the program right now, knocking it out, right? And so this program, just to be very clear, it is not 100% free if you're applying directly to the program. So what I would recommend is apply to the scholarship. So this is their scholarship portal, and they're trying to get as many people into the scholarship as possible. They don't have a lot of scholarships, but strangely enough, not a lot of people apply. And so take advantage of this so that you can apply to this program and utilize that. I'm going to share the link in the chat so you guys have that. And that way you can use that for your benefit. And as you can see, this is really focused in on cybersecurity and becoming a SME in that field, right? And then giving you the knowledge that you need to be successful in that community. So it's important that you take advantage of this and use this and utilize the training to kind of find that upward mobility into opportunities. You can get into pen testing real easily with some of these courses. You can expand yourself as more than just a cyber analyst. And so it can help you better be able to determine that. Now, before I continue, I do want to touch base on something, just in case, you know, a lot of this seems new to you and it just seems like I'm talking about a bunch of certs. I want to be able to have a basis so that you can be able to understand what opportunities are really out there, right? And so if anyone doesn't know about this, this is CyberSeek, right? EC Council, not EC Council, the NICE framework and a lot of other organizations support the development of this. And this is really just to kind of help industry bridge the gap in cybersecurity and IT, right? And so if you look here, right, you have a bunch of locations all over an interactive map, and then you have a breakdown of different career pathways. And so you can figure out which directions you want to go. And so what we're going to do is we're going to click on this interactive map, and you can do it here too, but you just click on the map. It's going to bring this up. We're going to say loading, right? And it's going to tell you based off of the state, what type of jobs are available. There's about 2.5 million jobs within cybersecurity alone that's available in the US, right? And so if you look here, these are the ones that are reported to the site, and you can tell, like, you just come on there, click on the site, and it'll tell you how many job openings in the states. Obviously, the darker the states, the more opportunity there are, and then I'll let you know. So let's click on, let's say, for instance, if we click on it's Maryland, get Maryland, right? I'll let you know the concentration on the national average is about 68. Maryland is above the national average. These are the type titles, the job specific titles that are available in Maryland that people have already taken or that's available. So you have system engineer, software developer, cybersecurity manager. You have network engineer, cybersecurity analyst, sysadmin, pen testing, cybersecurity consultant, and senior developer, right? And then when you come down here, it tells you based off of the jobs, these are the certifications that most people have. You see that? Sec Plus, right? CSSP. We just talked about some of that, right? GAC, right? The GAC certification. CISA, right? CISM, CIPP, right? And these different, and I know I may be just sound like I'm spitting out acronyms, and it's okay. Believe me, it's definitely okay. But this is just a learning process, right? You can use this to kind of help guide yourself and figure out which direction you want to go. But overall, in a NICE framework, it breaks out the job openings and what roles, right? And some of these roles, you don't necessarily have to be a cyber expert at, right? The information privacy professional, that's not like a heavy technical cybersecurity. It's in cybersecurity, but it's not a technical, like you have to know coding in order to do it, right? So there's a lot of opportunity out there. And like based off of opening request, right? We click on this one, you see here, most of the jobs are requesting that you have Sec Plus. Some of the jobs are requesting CSSP, right? And so there's opportunities out there that you can take advantage of right now. Now, with that being said, let's switch over to the pathway so we can kind of understand a little bit more. So these are the feeder roles, right? If you don't know what to do, these are some of the roles that kind of align with that. And this is the entry level of that, right? So networking, software development, system engineer, financial and risk analysis. Like I said, that is still part of cyber, and you don't necessarily have to be the technical coding guy or woman to be doing cyber opportunities, right? Take a cyber role. Then you have security, intelligence, and IT support, right? And so if we click on this, it'll tell you based off of location, right? It'll tell you, no, based off of salary, right? It tells you salary range, and then what it can lead into is a mid-level, right? Incident intrusion, this is how much they typically make starting and what it can lead into. Cybercrime, this is what it can lead into, right? And then cybersecurity specialist, this is what it can lead into, right? And then you look at these different roles and you can do skill sets. You can come here, I clicked on the top. You can come here and say top certifications, top jobs, right? And you can see how this matches up. If I go down the route of trying to get my Sec Plus, where's that? Right? I go down the route of getting my Sec Plus. What does that mean for me? Okay, that means for the job titles I'm looking at, I could do the pathway to a cybersecurity engineer. I could do the pathway to a pen testing, cybersecurity consulting specialist, IT auditor. And those are the things I feel like a lot of people are missing when it comes to trying to be able to pivot into a role or identify the opportunity, is that you just don't know what that bridge looks like. And so this can be very beneficial and helpful to you. One other thing to note that I'll put out there is definitely use the tool called Veterati. You just sign up for it. It's free. You have to have a LinkedIn account, but you can then look for people who are in those specific roles and touch base with them and say, okay, look, hey, what's the day in the life of, a cybersecurity engineer? What type of things you had to do in order to get there? What degrees or what opportunities did you take advantage of? And that's going to help you get a better gauge on how to get into those positions. The more people you speak to that's already on or already at the place that you're trying to go to, the easier it is for you to convey and understand and be able to navigate into those roles. And so this makes it a lot easier. Does that make sense for everybody? Hopefully that's good knowledge. I'm gonna shake my own head because I think so, but yes. All right, cool. Thanks, Brandy. Yeah, absolutely. All right. So with that being said, I highly recommend you guys look into that. I'm just going to share this link so you have that one as well. I'm pretty sure some other folks have shared it, and I appreciate that. Just make sure you guys have that. All right. The next thing we're going to talk about, right, is Npower. Now, this is an awesome program. I will say, though, I'll caveat that. As great as a program this is, they're only in a handful of states. So if you're not in that location, then you will not be able to apply to this program, which is unfortunate. But if you are in that state, that opens up that aperture again, right? So let's look at locations. We click on locations. They got opportunities in New York. They have opportunities in New Jersey. They have opportunities in Missouri. I don't know what's in Missouri, but they have opportunities in Missouri. They have opportunities in Texas. I'm just joking from my folks in Missouri. Maryland. They have opportunities in California, Michigan, in Canada. That seems very different, but they got one. So if you're trying to get some Canadian bacon all day, you got that opportunity. But in here, right? And so if you look at this program, let's click on, let's go to California. Right. So the California program, like I said, and they'll tell you who is open to veterans, military spouses, National Guard, reservists, and young adults. Right. And so your kids can possibly go through the program as well. And so it's a great opportunity there. And then it'll list out what type of certifications they have. So they have tech fundamentals, right? And this is a 16-week course for tech fundamentals. We have IT support specialists. And that's really it that they have for California. So they only have those two programs for California. But the thing about this program is when you enroll into it, they provide you the training, the certification, the support, And they also have a team dedicated looking for a job for you, right? And so their team is combing through your resume, improving it, helping you find a job in the state that you're located in. And the relationships that they have are the states that they're currently in. So they help you align. I've known quite a few people, especially from the Act Now community, that have been able to take advantage of this and now are working in tech because of it, right? And all they did was sign up and go through the program. All right. And so if you take advantage of that, that'll be good. Let's check out another state, because each state does have different offerings. So tech fundamentals, see, this state has cybersecurity specialists, right? And so if you're in Texas, shout out to Texas, you can take advantage of that. So that's their 2 programs. Let's see what Maryland has. Maryland has IT fundamentals and community help desk. So those are the 2 programs that they have. Wait. Okay, no, that's not a program. Sorry. IT fundamentals and community help desk is more. So there's a lot of different opportunities in here. And like I said, anyone I've ever heard that go through this program, they have not regretted it. It's been beneficial. Looking at New York right now, IT fundamentals seems like it, and cybersecurity. In cloud, New York has cloud. So that's awesome. That's good to know. But yeah. All right. Moving right along, and I'll share the link with that so you guys have Npower. Don't worry, folks, we got a few more to go, and then we can do a quick Q&A and touch base. I see you, Catherine. She's like, Jersey. Put Brick City on the map. Let's do that. So Jersey, what we got for Jersey? IT fundamentals, cybersecurity. Okay, there we go. So look, they got programs. Like I said, and it just depends on where you're located at. I know some people are like, hey, what if I'm like in Delaware and I want to go to, it doesn't work like that. You have to be from that state or in that state in order to take advantage of this program. I know during COVID, they didn't really mind so much. You like, as long as you're somewhat close, it doesn't. But they do require you to go in. Hold on 1 second. Here we go. Let me mute everybody. There we go. All right. So Npower is a great program, and it definitely helps out a lot. And like I said, that's the reason I tell people, do not dig in your own pocket. Pull out your card, your debit card, or your cash and pay for these certifications when these organizations are already there for that. And they can connect you with people that can mentor you, guide you, and help you in these industries, right? So the next thing, speaking of, is O2O. Onward to Opportunity. Onward to Opportunity is a great program. You get one certification. You get to choose one certification. And so the way that I would do this is I would identify what other programs I could take advantage of and use this for whichever program either, the cost is, the exam may cost a little bit more, or, just one that I could focus on specifically by itself. And so if you're looking here, right, we got for O2O, hold on, let me share the link. I got you. O2O training. Oh, there you go. Appreciate it. And we're killing it. Thank you. So we have, you have cloud, AWS, right? You have CYSA, CompTIA, A+. Like, this is something I would tell you, do not use this for your A+, because you can use other resources. And it's important to kind of be able to leverage those resources to get the most bang out of these resources. You don't want to lock yourself up and then be like, oh man, I'm taking A+, or I'm taking my CAPM through this program, when you should be taking the more senior certification that can kind of help open the doors, right? Because A+, granted, will show that you have a fundamental understanding of cybersecurity, but the job recs, as you've seen, didn't say A+, it said Sec+. And so Linux, right? CAS, here we have CAS in here, CSSP, right? We have CSSP in here, Network Plus, CCNA. And you get one of these certifications, right? Cloud Plus, Server Plus. So just make sure you balance that off right? You have Agile in here, PMP. PMP is in here, so for military spouses. So you can be transitioning service member, veteran, military spouse. you're all eligible to take advantage of this program. But like I said, you get that one cert. But they will give you access to a database, which I will show you a little bit later, that provides you with access to all the preparation material for other exams. But they will just pay for one cert. And as I say, the CAPM. So like, I wouldn't recommend anyone use this for the CAPM. You should use it for your PMP, right? Your CAPM you can do on your own. You could, quite frankly, pay out of your own pocket if you want to go down that route. But if you have enough experience for CAPM, most likely you'll have enough experience for the PMP. So I wouldn't necessarily lock yourself up trying to do this with the CAPM. And same thing with Six Sigma green belt. Yellow belt. That'll be a waste of a key opportunity. You want to do green belt. They have the PHR in here, SHRM. So this is other stuff as well, not just only including cybersecurity and IT related things, but you apply and get in there and it's free. And so definitely utilize that. Cool. All right, let's get into it. If I had to recommend a program that really makes the difference, and all these programs do, be clear on that. I'm not trying to say some are better than others. They all have different factors of it. But if I had to recommend one program that I've seen a really high success rate that does not play around, is this program, SANS. The SANS program, Cyber Immersion Academy. The way that this program is broken down, and their enrollment process is based off of it's pretty much seasonal. So I think right now we're in the veterans time window, but each of them are different, right? So they have Women's Academy, Cyber Diversity Academy, Vet Success, and then you have Cyber Workforce for Maryland. Shout out to folks in Maryland, and the Cloud Diversity Academy and HBCU Academy, right? And so this program, you click on it. So let's click on the Vet Success program. It tells you the program details, right? You do have to take an assessment. You will be interviewed. They just want to verify that you have a good chance of getting through the course, right? And they want to touch base with you. And then it tells you the timeline, right? And so June is when the application opens. June 30th is when the application closes. Classes start, in September, and you complete it in the program by May. This is the requirements, right? Veterans, transitioning service members who are within 6 months of separation, active duty military spouses, and you must be a permanent U.S. citizen or a green card holder. Essentially, you want somebody that can work in the U.S. And so they'll give you, I believe it's 3 certifications. This one has 3. So, and this is the GAC certifications that we were talking about earlier, connected to so you can knock out these certifications, their programs. I've known people who applied to the program, got accepted, haven't even completed the program, and they've gotten job offers just because they were enrolled into it. So that's the type of caliber that you're going. SANS does a really good job at it, but I could tell you their courses are expensive. But this is free if you take advantage of it, and I think it's about $24,000. Don't quote me on that. $24,000 to $25,000 worth of scholarship for it. But yeah, and so that's really it for this. And knocking out these certifications will open up the doors as well. So I would highly recommend looking into this if that's the route that you want to go. I'm going to share the link so you guys have access to that. Grab this in here, put that there. Okay. And as for those who are just now joining, this information will be shared on YouTube, so you can grab it. That way you can go through it, and then I'll, in the show notes, or however most of the YouTubers say, put everything in the description. Make sure to like, subscribe, and something else, right? No, and well, Jay's really not good at that, but I am good at talking about opportunities. And so if you enjoy what we're providing, definitely do so. Thank you. All right, let's continue going this down the rabbit hole with these programs. All right, here's another program, Vets in Tech. Now, this is open for the military community as well, military spouses, veterans, transition service members, National Guard and Reserve. And they got a lot of different things in here that they offer: employment opportunities, entrepreneurship. This is one of the only programs that our organization, our nonprofit, actually supports, because, not saying we're partnered, but we support because they do charge. But in comparison, what you're paying for the value that you get, it makes sense, right? And so If you look here and you go to education, and like I said, we're not like affiliated or anything, so we don't get paid for any of that. It's just more so we want to be able to provide you with resources that you can trust and opportunities. It's kind of dark in here. Let me hit my light. All right, cool. So we have cybersecurity, right? You have cybersecurity opportunities in here, web development, data science, cloud computing, AI, ML, and sales. And so if you're interested in any of those routes, you can definitely click on that. So you click on cybersecurity, it'll tell you right here, look, Sec Plus Bootcamp, right? Palo Alto, Splunk certifications, and those are the same ones we offer for the Splunk certification, IBM skill build. You have the AWS security learning path. I want you guys to pay close attention to this one. I'm gonna click on it. Let me show you what the type of value that they're offering. The public cloud is a very secure, but the most impregnable fortress that can be infiltrated, right? So this class is just really just speaking to understanding cloud and security path to it and how you defend that, right? Look at the certifications. Let's be really clear on this. This path includes 6 certifications. AWS, Certified Cloud Practitioner. AWS, Certified Solution Architect Associate. AWS Certified Security Specialty. AWS Certified Solution Architect Professional. AWS Certified SysOps Administrator, Associate, and AWS Certified Advanced Networking Specialty. What program you know that's giving that much value, right? And you're probably wondering what it costs. I'm not sure if they're going to show it in here. Let's see if they have it in here. Typically, they have like previously how much it used to cost a sales end, but let me see if we get the details. Yeah, it's not going to show it, but I know this program was $25. $25 total. Now, this is not all they give you, right? They give you these certifications and the vouchers with them, and they give you access to A Cloud Guru. A Cloud Guru is like $400 by itself a month. I mean, sorry, a year. And so for $25, yeah, I'll pay that. But let's look at the Sec Plus, right? Sec Plus, I'm pretty sure this is a 5-day boot camp, instructor led if you did the register, and you do have to be up on it when it comes to this particular site because people jump on them. The opportunities they go, right? And so like right now they have one in June, $10 for a Sec Plus bootcamp. Go find a Sec Plus bootcamp for $10. If you can find another one, please let me know. I will Uber you, eat you some money so that you can eat some good food or something. But this is a great opportunity. Hold on one second. It looks like we're having some issues here with the screen. Can you guys see me? Am I still cut off? Oh, there we go. All right. So this here provided is a great opportunity. And I think it's open. Let me see, get tickets. Yep, it's open. Well, no, join the wait list. It's not open yet. So join the wait list. So when it does come out, you jump on it, right? Let's just do this real fast. Let's just see. Google Sec Plus Bootcamp cost. You see that? It's $2,500 for $10. So I would definitely recommend you jump in on that if you can, you have the opportunity to, right? Because it's a good program. They do really good at instruction, and they have a bunch of other programs. So those are some examples. Like I said, if you were interested in doing DevOps or web dev, let's see what they got. They have front end, they have program languages. And like I said, all these things you can now throw on your resume, right? All these things make you a little bit more dangerous when it comes to these opportunities. You don't have to be a SME. You just have to be able to have a good understanding because whatever you do at the company is going to be completely different from what you're learning. I can tell you that. It's not going to be the same thing. It's just going to be, this is how they want you to expand upon it. This is the mission set that they're doing, and this is what they want to want you to learn, right? And so use that resource and those tools. All right. All right, cool. So those were the programs that I wanted to cover for today. There's a lot more, far more. but I'm going to show you something real fast that can kind of help you understand this. And you can get this. I'm going to show you actually where you get it first. So let's go to the Act Now website. Go into the Act Now Education website. If you click on back to resources, right? But this time you want to go to resource guide. Resource guide. Click on resource guide. And then we'll have a bunch of resources in here. And if you go to, let's see if it works here. If you go to certifications, right? All of the cyber and IT programs we already listed for you. So we make it easy. You can find it here. And there's more here, right? And there's way more than this, right? And so it can help you kind of just determine, you know, filter through the chaff on what's available. But you can get the downloadable version here on the site. Just press download and it'll come to you. And this is what it'll look like. Is our notebook essentially, and our notebook has a lot of other resources that's in it. I'm not going to go over the notebook today, but I'm just going to let you know if you haven't seen this or if this is your first time seeing this, I promise you there's information in here that's crucial to your success. When we don't try to waste any space, we don't try to fluff you up with a whole bunch of extra information. We try to give you, if I had to use this as the only resource that I had, will this be enough for me? And we feel that it meets that mark, right? And so we're slowly improving that, and I'm definitely adding a lot more. As you can see, there's a lot of different benefits and resources in here, free stuff that majority of it, all of it, right? With the exception of Best to Tech, free, but it's also in here, right here. You see this part broken down. So use that. I'll share that in the group. I'll share that in the chat so you guys can be able to pull that up and you can watch that. But definitely use this resource as, you know, a means to be able to help you upskill and reskill. So the last things I'm going to show you is some hacks. Well, at least Act Now's version of hacks or resources that are really beneficial. Where are we at? We're going to go to this page. Yep. All right. So the first one of my favorite resources, Military OneSource. Like, oh, Military OneSource, really? Yeah. Well, I could tell you that because of this page, specifically this page, is worth its weight in gold, right? And so, like, if you're not familiar with this, I'm gonna share the link in here. Here you go. Let me grab that link. If you guys have messaged me directly, I'm not looking at the messages just yet. I won't be able to do that until after we get done with this, and then we'll do a quick Q&A. So definitely save your questions. That way I can make sure I can get to everyone. So you have for children, right? Bookflix, you have Britannica, right? Comic Plus, Gale. For those who don't know, if you can set up a Gale account, especially if you have a local library that subscribes to this, you can get a free Udemy account through Gale, a free Udemy account through Gale. So you don't have to even pay. I'm going to just bring up the link. Let me see. Udemy, I'll try to remember Udemy and Gale. Right, so clicking here, right, and you go access your library, right, and then you put whatever library or state that you're in, a location, and if it does, all you do have to have a library card, or you have to be connected to that library, and then you get access to Udemy for free, no charge. There we go. But let's go back. So Gale's here, right? And this is all for kids, you know, tutors.com. This is an awesome resource. Use it, especially if you don't like Common Core math, but use it. It's an awesome resource because it's live tutors that touch base. And I'll probably do a session specifically, probably just on this section sometime where I can kind of talk about some of the resources in here. But that one, definitely, I send a lot of my college papers through tutors.com, a lot of my college papers. Teens, you know, same thing. They got a bunch of programs. And then you click on here for adults, ancestry.com. Who doesn't want to know where they came from? Well, you can use it for free, right? This is free. These are free resources that's available to you at no charge. Let me see. Entrepreneurship, if you're interested in it. What else we have? If you know someone that wants to do test prep for DoD test prep for ASVAB or any of the tests. Look, they have PLEPs, DSSTs, SATs, GED. All this stuff is free. Mango languages, 70 different languages. Morningstar, but this is the reason we come here. This is the reason. O'Reilly. O'Reilly is it. So O'Reilly is a great resource, and I'm going to bring up my O'Reilly account. I'm going to talk a little bit about O'Reilly, and then we're going to switch over to one more section, and then we'll go to the Q&A. So let me see. Now O'Reilly Auto Parts. You know, everyone's the jingle stuck in everyone's head. That shows you that they do good marketing. So let's get into here. Let's see if I can get into the account. All right, 1 second. Sometimes this happens. Log in with my Gmail. Let's see if I can log in with this account. Nope. It's a problem when you have a lot of accounts. Can't remember which one you signed up with. That was a gem in there for those who didn't get that when you have multiple emails. All right, so for those who got that, where we at? Let's share this. So hopefully you can see the screen now, but this is what O'Reilly looks like. And O'Reilly is really specifically built for you to, you know, take technical tests. Now there are some other topics in here, but they specifically focus on technical tests. But let's do this. Let's go to topics. These are the different topics that they have listed, right? And you can browse by whichever topic that you're interested in. You can click Start Learning. And then they'll provide you with, these are live events. So let's click on live events. This will show you all the live events that's upcoming. So AWS Cloud Practitioner Certification Crash Course, right? So we just went over an organization that offers you, you know, all of them in one. Now you have a crash course that you can take that is 2 days, right? Just to touch base, right? So that's one. We have critical thinking in here. What else we have? Python. Analytical dashboard, build your personal branding. What else we have? Let's see. Kubernetes. We have Azure Fundamentals Crash Course. And so you can come in here and you can learn this from live instructors as they go through and teach these materials. And essentially, if they're tied to a certification that you're interested in, it makes it that much more easier. Look, Sec Plus right here, right there. It starts in about a week or so, on May 22nd. So you can take advantage of that. What else we got? Pen Test Bootcamp. Here we go. So there's a lot of good benefits on here, and this is just one example. If I want to go back to Start Learning, you can click on Books, Interactive Learning. Let's click on, let's go to Books. Let's go to Books. So let's say I want to become SHRM qualified, right? I want to get my Society for Human Resource Management down. They have the books for it, where I can learn, right? And I don't have to pay for these books. If you go buy these books on Amazon or which other website you use, you're going to have to pay money for these, and these are all free for you. Now, you do have to keep it within the platform. So if you can download this app and you have it on your phone, or you can have it on your computer. And you get the digital version. And so that's the key thing. But one thing to keep in note, right? So it's as if you purchased the book. Now, let me go back to here because I want to show you what I mean. So if I click on PMP, Cybex, this is a Cybex books. This works specifically for the Cybex books. You have a Cybex book because it has a lighthouse on it. You'll see this little lighthouse. But if I go to comprehensive learning at the back of the book, it says, this is the information that you need to be able to log on to Cybex's own platform. So that now outside of the book, you get more training and flashcards and practice tests and things of that nature that's going to help you prepare for whatever exam that you're looking for, right? And so you see here, it says go to this page, right? If you already have an account, go to this page. So let me just show you. I just want to grab this. Let me see if I can grab this real fast. All right, click on Cybex. All right, and it's as if you purchased the product, right? And so it says select your product. These are all the topics that they have: CSSP, SSCP, AWS, majority of the certifications in there, CompTIA, right? Sec Plus, CAS, CYSA, Linux Plus, Network Plus, pen testing, all this stuff, Project Plus, CCNA, Certified Ethical Hacker, and all this stuff is free to you if you have access to it, right? And so for those who are veterans, you do have to have, you have to be retired in order to get access to this. For those who are active duty, you have access to this. Military spouses, you have access to this. And so this is all through the MWR Digital Library. You just set up an account there. And I'll go back to the process of that because I know I didn't really cover that down too much. But this is, I just want to show you the types of information that you can glean from this. And look, PHR, PMP, right? And so let's say if I clicked on the PMP book that we were just looking at, it's going to ask me a question, my name, email, stuff. And then on chapter 7, under the heading Project Procurement Management Inputs, what was in the 3rd bullet, right? And so I go back to the book, I pop that in there. Now they're going to send me an email, give me access to that. And so I can get access to their flashcards, I can get access to their 1,000-question bank. And now I have an additional study resource that I didn't pay any money for. So helpful. Well, let's go back here. Like I said, I didn't forget, I will go back to how to get to all of this, but I'll show you one more thing before I move on to doing that. We'll go to certifications, right? So still start learning, certifications. And so this is a breakdown of everything that they feel that you should know for, like it has a practice test, the understanding. So let's click on, let's say PMP. We got a lot of people that just knocked out their PMP from Bravo cohort. Shout out to the 5 people that did that. We still got more on the way, 6 people, sorry. But look, they give you the Head First PMP 4th edition, right? Then they give you the PMBOK. They give you the guide, the PMBOK. This is version 6, but they give you the guide. Effective Skills Management, the PMP Exam Prep Bootcamp, the PMP Certification Complete Video, right? Complete video. So that's like a 24, I think 35-hour video. No, sorry, 23-hour video right there. Becoming a PMP Certified Professional, right? Another PMP book. And then they give you a practice test. Now, each of the topics all break down like that, where they provide you these resources, so you can just knock it out. And that's why I like O'Reilly. O'Reilly is one of my favorite tools that I utilize because it helps me prepare for exams. So let me know if that was helpful. Put a 1 in the comment if that, do you feel that that was beneficial, that information, because like I said, it's a gold mine. It's a gold mine, and changes the game. It gives you the leverage, because the biggest thing with us when it comes to certifications, right? We don't know what's on the test. And so, you know, a lot of that is, am I studying the right things? Am I really comprehending the information? Or do I even have the right resources, right? We just showed like all the resources that you need are here. You just need to put it together, come up with a study plan, attack that test, pass that test, ask for more money. But don't do it like that. Don't be like, hey, just give me more money. Like, hey, I'm knocking out these certifications. Are there abilities for me to upskill and reskill? So yeah. So just do it like that. All right. But let me go back to the MWR to show you how you go about doing that. So it's MWR Digital Library. And it's this link, and I'll share this link again, so everyone has it. There it goes. And then the way that you work this is you come down to where it says Access Library, continue. It's going to take some time. You click on Continuing Education. This looks different. let me see something. Oh, they changed it. That's right. They changed it. All right. So the way that you want to do this now, let's see, login. The login's on the right-hand corner. I don't know who saw that, peep that game. You click on login, right? And then for your eligibility, you can click on this to figure out who's eligible. And so this is who the program is. This is these programs that we mentioned, tutors.com, Mango languages, active duty members, right? Military, reserve, and National Guard, right? Retired military, including retired military, reserve, and National Guard, 100% disabled, service connected, family members who are officially sponsored or authorized with above category. So if you are a family member of any of those, you're eligible. DOD and Coast Guard civilians. And why they put Coast Guard by itself over there? Just joking. But DOD and Coast Guard civilians. And so those who are eligible to the program that you can jump into, so you definitely do that. Once you come here, like you want to put your DOD ID number, and then you put your birthday, and it should be fine. If you are a veteran and you don't have this, it should be in your VA account. And so they issued everyone a DOD ID number. So if you have like the old school ID, you don't have the new one, it should be in your account and you can still access it, right, and connect it. Then from there, you'll have you'll see the resource. You click on the resource and you share your email. And what they'll do is they'll send an email. Once you log in, they'll send you an email, and then you can create your account using that email. So that's the way that it works. All right, one last resource, and then we are good to go. Where are we at? New share. Okay. No, that's pretty late to be recording, but here we go. So Percipo, this is the resource I was talking about earlier. When it comes to O2O, this is what O2O uses to be able to give you your voucher for your certification, but it's available to you through the USO Pathfinders as well. And you can use the USO Pathfinders. I'm gonna share that link with you here in the chat to get access to this so that you can go through the process of like you don't have to use O2O to do this, like I said, but this doesn't pay for a certification. This is just training. O'Reilly and Percipo or skillsoft only is for training. They're not giving you certifications, right? But if you come here and click on CompTIA, it'll tell you the different aspects of CompTIA that's in here. You have the library. You see suggestions for military spouses. Shout out to military spouses for military spouse appreciation day. And then we got cloud services, customer services, data, diversity and inclusion. They got a lot of different things in here. Now, the thing about this to me is different is they have courses and they do live courses and things of that nature, but they don't provide you with books like O'Reilly does. And so that's the key difference, but it is still a good platform to learn from, depending on what industry you're trying to get into and what have you. So I would highly recommend, if this is the direction that you want to go, also sign up for this. Don't overwhelm yourself, right? Identify one certification that you want to, or a program that you want to apply for, 1 or 2, primary, secondary, and then apply to those programs and then work those certs. That's it. Don't be like, I need to do it all. No, don't do that. I know there's some people that's out there that is about to sign up for like 6 programs. Put a 6 in there if you're about to sign up for 6 programs. I'm pretty sure we got some folks like, look, I'm signing up for everything. There you go. Because I would do the same thing. But yeah, try to keep it simple. Don't overwhelm yourself. Identify your primary and your secondary program, and then maybe a tertiary program that you would want to apply for, and then start to work those, because they're all processes, right, that you need to put into place. So with that being said, I think that covers the bases, and I'm well over our hour limit. So here's the thing that I'm going to do. I'm going to share you our link, and this is what you need for the folks that are on the call to get access to our Coursera and access to our Splunk. Let me drop this link in here. You just need to fill out this survey here, not survey, but this form, and this allows us to know that you attended orientation on our Zoom call, and that's the code. So use that code to get to that page, and I'll show you what that looks like real fast. And this is the first step of any of our resources, the Act Now education resources, right? And so it's going to take you to this page, and you're going to say your name, your email, you put the day that you attended, and then you put the code in there. And then once you do that, you guys are good. Do the survey. You don't ever have to, I'm not saying you shouldn't, but you don't have to attend another orientation once we bring out new programs, because you attended one, you kind of understand our format, what we do and how we do it. And so that's the reason why we do that, just to make sure that it's just not some random people who sign up for our programs that have no clue what we do and how we do it. And so that's the process. Definitely do that. One other thing to note, if you enjoy this information, which I hope some of you have done, or most of you, please write a review. That link right there is for a review. Let us know how we're doing, right? Because this helps us be able to try to get more funding for opportunities to be able to help the military community. This allows us an opportunity to give back to the community, and allows us to really get after the problem sets that we see. I felt that personally, a lot of the things that's out there, though they could be helpful. I mean, they're really not with. Sometimes they have good intentions, but not the best delivery on execution on how to help someone that's trying to figure it out, right? We've gone through the military, we've been through sacrifices, our family's been through a lot. We're trying to understand how to balance out life, right? And a lot of times, they put you through these programs with high expectations, but really no guidance on directions or clear understanding on how you're supposed to get it. And I've seen that several times over, where I've seen cohorts of maybe like 200, 300 people going through it. How are you supposed to get value out of that, right? And so we try to take a really direct approach in providing you with resources and tools that's going to help you out so that you can be able to do that. So one thing that I would say is that's pretty much how we kind of like to run things. So all volunteers, all about the community. But I did say we had something to offer, something to give away, didn't I? I said that. So I'll tell you how you can easily get a CompTIA Security Plus, or CAS, or CYSP, or actually any CompTIA certification you want, all by following some simple steps. One, write a review from the link that I shared in the group. So this link, I will share it again. Please write a review, or you can just go to Act Now Education and then Google us, and you'll see it there. Write a review there, right? And then two, when this video is posted, which should be now because it's live. Hello, YouTube world. Share this with others who you think can benefit from it. I would do my best to kind of time mark it so that people can find the information they're looking for and when they're looking for it. But we got to do better at looking out for others in terms of these resources and opportunities. There's nobody that's going to do it, right? Our organization is all about it, but we need your help just as much as anyone else, because for every person that I speak to, there are probably thousands of individuals that don't know, right? And I'm only one person. Our team is only one team, right? And we only can do so much. And we do rely a lot on our community to be able to be that advocate, that voice, to be able to say, hey, these opportunities, because you just never know what type of information you can slide somebody. They take advantage of it. They get into a position or opportunity, and they can reach back out to you and say, hey, thank you for that. Thank you for the opportunity. We have job openings. And just to kind of talk about that, our first cohort, I'll speak about 2 members. 2 of them were unemployed, didn't have job opportunities. They locked down job opportunities going through our cohort. Majority of the folks got job opportunities after our cohort ended, our first one. So I think 21 or 22 out of the 28, 29. And so 2 of them, right? And now guess what they're doing? Exactly what I just said. They are both in positions where they're pulling people in and saying, hey, we have openings. You should come here. I can talk to the manager on your behalf, or I can get this person in here. And that's what we want. And that's what we want more of. And so definitely take use of this information. Let me know if it's helpful. Let me know if it's something else that you would like to see. I know we focus heavy on tech and IT. We'll we'll work on that, right? There's other opportunities out there, but right now, I mean, we're going with the demand, and demand is heavy, and there's a lot of, funding opportunities related to helping people get into roles. And so with that being said, that is everything that I wanted to share. I hope you guys got value out of this. If you did, please, the best way to show me that and the best way to show our team that is writing a review. It means the world to us, and then we're able to make things happen because of that. But definitely, whoever writes the review and then shares the YouTube link, or actually comments on the YouTube link as well. You can comment as well. Comment like, hey Jay, just let me know your thoughts on since it's on YouTube. Yeah, let me know your thoughts. Write your thoughts on this training. And by the end of today, I'll be reaching out to 2 people and saying, hey, thanks for doing that. Here's your voucher. Cool. And yeah, so awesome. Thank you, everyone. Have a great day. Have a great rest of your weekend. Appreciate you joining me on a Saturday. I'll be back here I probably won't be back here next Saturday. Next Saturday is my daughter's recital, so we'll work something out. But I will be back here the following Saturday. So if you guys need anything from me, please let me know. Reach out to me on LinkedIn. I'm gonna drop my LinkedIn in for you guys as well. If you do reach out to me, understand it does take me some time to get to people, but it's good to be connected because, like I said, I want to be able to connect you with others, and I want to be a resource for you. But if you hit me up like, hey Jay, how do I get on Coursera? Well, there's a YouTube video for that now. So cool. All right, now let's do the Q&A and then close it out. All right, what questions do you guys have? Let me stop sharing. Where am I sharing it? You can raise your hand and I will select you the best way. No questions? Mr. Walker, you got a question? Let me see. Do I have everyone on?
Yeah, I got a question.
Okay.
I got a question.
Go ahead.
My question is, oh yeah, I asked it in there. Are you still, I thought you was giving out vouchers. Was that today or no? Like y'all was doing like, kind of like a raffle thing that y'all did last time?
Did you just miss like what I said like maybe 3 minutes ago, 2 minutes ago?
Yeah, I probably did. I'm sorry.
There's a YouTube video for that.
Okay. I see the YouTube
I
video.
just talked about how to get the voucher.
Is this the YouTube video that Christopher Watts put in?
No, this is this video. People are now hearing you ask me about something that I just posted like 2 minutes ago. Just talked about 2 minutes ago.
Right here.
This is live. Yes, this is live on YouTube. You are live on YouTube, brother.
So I missed it. I missed the instructions on for us to get the voucher.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
Dang, I missed the voucher again.
But I got you. No, you didn't miss the voucher. You just missed the instructions. So you have to comment on the YouTube video and share it, right? And you have to give us a review on the Act Now. Give us a review on Google on Act Now.
Oh yeah, I already gave one of those again before this.
So those are the only requirements. I'm choosing them today. Choosing 2 people today. Cool.
But my name is going to be under something different though. I'm gonna just put my real name.
I mean, I know who you are.
Okay.
Yeah. We're good, brother. I got you.
Okay.
Right.
Thank you.
No worries. Tom, what you got for me, Tom?
Yes, sir. I was just wondering, is there a way to work the Coursera without a Facebook account?
Unfortunately, no, because we are a skeleton crew. We don't have an infrastructure to support like different. You got to understand, we have like 60,000 members, right? 62,000. We get about 1,000 members a week, and so without Facebook, we are working something, but without having a central location, it's hard for us to kind of coordinate that. It'll be a lot of work. And like I said, no one on our team is full time. No one.
Roger that. Thank you.
No worries. All right. Moving right along. Hold on 1 second. Mr. Ali.
You mentioned the next cohort would be in the summer, correct?
Yes, the next cohort we're gearing up for the summer. One things to note about the cohort, so everyone is aware, the cohort depends on the success of, one second. Yeah, there we go. The cohort depends on the success of the previous cohort. And so with Bravo, they're the ones who, depending on how their results are, will run into the next cohort. And so right now we're gearing up for the summer because we know they're going to crush it. But that's how it works. Alpha blazed the trail for Bravo. And because of what Alpha has done, Bravo was able to be stood up. Bravo is going to do the same thing, Charlie, so forth. So let's say, for instance, if we have Platoon Echo and they're bad at what they're doing, it will definitely have an effect on the rest of the program. So that's how we kind of keep the program running.
All right, thank you.
Okay. All right, who we have next? Miguel.
Hi, yes. I have a question in regards to the SANS Institute. He said that the requirements was for, like, it could be either one of them, like, veteran, transitioning service member, active duty military spouse, and must not have any prior current work experience in the InfoSec field. So I have a question about that. So what is considered a veteran as far as they go?
We can't hear you.
Yeah, you're muted.
We still can't hear you.
Have to have, I think, 180 consecutive days, 160 consecutive days, don't quote me on that, in order to be considered a veteran. So I know for the people that MOB and stuff like that, if they go and do, like, you could do 10,000 deployments, but if they're only 1 month long, each of them, you will not be ever considered a veteran, which is kind of crazy to me. You guys can't hear me?
No. Yeah, could you repeat that?
Am I too low?
No, you just
Muted.
were muted.
I muted myself?
Somebody did. We
Okay.
only heard the, like, 10,000 deployments in a month type thing. So
Okay, yeah. So if you let's say for like, if you have 100, I think it's 160, 100 or 80 days, whichever one, I can't remember. But if you MOB like for 1,000 deployments and you only done them, each was a month long, that doesn't necessarily count because it has to be consecutively in order for you to be considered a veteran. It's 180 80 days. Thank you. So that's what the, like, standard for a veteran is. So if you went to boot camp and you went to your tech school and the total of that was maybe only 2-3 months, you're not considered a veteran if you end up leaving the military at that time. So 180 days.
Oh, but like, if those two together are like a year, then that means you're a veteran. Like, it's 6 months or longer.
Yeah, consecutive. Yes,
okay.
consecutive.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Who else we have? Mr. Mark.
Hello, everyone. I'm in the middle of Walmart right now, but I just wanted to share some opportunities because I know that there are some people out there that are trying to get into the defense industry. And I wanted to share the opportunity that there are always, like, every month or two, by big companies like Lockheed, Raytheon, Northrop, Oracle. There's always briefs that people should get into. And with all the information that they're getting from these briefs, they probably have some well-in-demand skills that can get them into these industries. So either, like, I link up with you in the future, or maybe you know more than I do, but I feel like that's a good resource to get behind and share.
Absolutely. And I would say this about specifically, I think, is Lockheed Martin. They're one of the only organizations that I know that if you are a transitioning service member and let's say you apply like a year out, they will actually have like a process to where you can apply to the organization. They'll line you up with a role. And then when you transition out, then you can line up. Most of the other programs require you to do that like 2-3 months before you get out. But Lockheed does give you like a longer buffer time. So if
Yeah, I'm actually an intern for Lockheed right now.
Yeah, see?
Getting out of the Army. So if anyone wants to reach out to me, I'm more than willing to help.
Absolutely. Thank you for sharing that. Absolutely. Thank you. All right. Mr. John.
Hello, how you doing?
Doing all right?
All right. So I have a question. On June 8th of this month, I'll have 1 year left in the Navy. So do you want me to like come to another orientation or just do my post and we'll take it from there?
You said June 8th? Yeah. So no, you already
Yes.
attended orientation. So right when you get close to that, we're only a handful of days left. Yeah. Just put your application in now. We'll look at that. Just say that you're about, your transition day is June 8th and you should be good to go.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. All right. Awesome. Well, it looks like that was the last one. All right. Well, if that was it, thank you all for, oh, there we go. Martin and Miss Spears came up. So what you got for us, Martin? Can you hear me? Yeah, it sounds like you are in the back of the room.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. I just wanted to do a friendly reminder about the Splunk certifications. I only got 1 voucher. I think I have 2 left to go. It's just a reminder. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Oh wait, I'm confused. Say that one more time.
Oh, okay. I completed the Splunk certification training on Splunk.com. I got 1 voucher for the exam.
Yes.
I knocked that one out. I think I need like 2 more vouchers. I reached out to you and I haven't gotten any feedback yet.
Okay. So I did connect you to the Splunk coordinator, right?
Correct. Yeah.
That is the person that will give you the voucher. So I don't hold the vouchers. She does.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So that is not a J thing. That's more so I've connected you to the resource.
Okay.
Give me a friendly reminder. She needs one. But yeah.
Okay. I'll
Cool.
follow up. Thank you.
Absolutely. All right. All right, Ms. Spears.
Good afternoon. Thank you, Jay, for everything that you're doing. Do you still mentor or talk with people using your calendar?
I do on Veterati, but this month and next month are pretty rough months. We got a lot of things going on, so I probably won't be able to kick that back up until maybe the end of beginning of July. Beginning of July, I will be able to. But at this moment, yeah, we got a lot of moving pieces, and unfortunately, due to some issues, I probably won't be able to be as available as I normally am.
Thank you anyway for everything that you do.
Thank you. Absolutely. Wait, don't you have my phone number?
I
think you do.
I don't know. I'll look and see again.
Okay.
Thank
if you
you.
do, just text me. Just text me. If you do, just text me.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Absolutely. All right. Joseph.
Yes. O'Reilly, in order to access, you got to be a military active or retire, right? But like veteran, you say the VA could go to VA and get a DOD number or something like that?
Yeah, so you good question. So yeah, if you're a veteran, you have to be 100% service connected.
Oh, okay.
The only folks that are eligible are retirees in active duty, and then those who are 100% service connected. And then if you don't know how to find that, then you would have to go on the VA to get your DOD ID number to pull that down. That's what I was referring to.
Oh, okay. So like if you're just a regular vet, then you can't access it then.
Well, man, first there's no such thing as a regular vet, man. You serve, right? You put in that time. But unfortunately, the program, yes.
Yeah, you have to be disabled. Okay. All right. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Awesome. Monica?
Hi, Jay. Thank you for everything. But I wanted to ask about the verbiage that we needed to put into the Facebook group for the vouchers or for the next step.
Yeah, so the post has actually the post for the vouchers. Thank you for clarifying. The post for the vouchers has nothing to do with the Facebook group. The post for the vouchers are pertaining to filling out. I'm not filling out. Creating a review on our Google Act Now Education, our Google review, and then going to YouTube and making a comment in our section on how you thought the training was, and then sharing that information. That's really it. Those two things, not the Facebook group, because this is the first time I'm actually sharing on YouTube. So
okay.
yeah.
Okay. But earlier we had instructions to put like our email address and then something like, I promise to start a course today.
Yes, that is how you sign up for Coursera and Splunk. Yes, and that is on our Facebook page. I mean, that is on our Act Now Education resource page. It shows you how to apply to our programs.
Gotcha. Perfect. Thank you so much.
Okay, awesome. Well, thank you all for, like I said, rocking with me on a Saturday, and I will see you guys soon, or see you in the group. Have a good one, everyone.